All right, so I'm not gonna talk nearly as much. Got this weird staticky noise going on. Let me see if I can figure out what that is. Hmm. Test, test this. It's back. Let's see if that fixed it. Nope, still there. Okay, so excuse the static noise. The focus is the music anyway, so I won't talk much. And I'm only noticing it when I'm actually talking. So let me turn my iPad on to see if I can get see what you guys talk about or if you're saying something. Of course, my iPad is dead because I don't use it enough. While I'm setting this up, does anybody else have troubles with their iPad constantly dying if you forget to turn it off? I mean, I'm not using it, but just it can be sitting stagnant and it just dies. It's going to take a little while for this to get set up. While we wait, and I'm going to start selecting sounds. Let me work on. See. The title is so jacked up on this thing. I'll fix it later. I don't think there's a way I can go in and fix it right now, unfortunately. I'm going to mute the mic just for a little bit while I select sounds. Sorry about that. I had to take a break, and this microphone is still acting really weird. Test, test. It's something to do with this cable, because when I move the cable, I can kill the noise. Let me see. Nope, maybe it's not the cable. Oh well. All right, let's keep going. So I'm building this soundscape, so to speak. So I'm going to use multi on this and take this particular version and blend it with another version of something. And I was on the wrong one, of course. So let's get to the right one. I was supposed to be here. Let's go to multi. We're going to change this. stacking sounds. All right, so let's pick up from about right here. Or let's do here. I want to play that again and care for that. I'm gonna also turn on MPE, which I did not enable on these others, and I meant to do that. All right, so now we can play with MPE. See, I can get more expressive with the Osmos. All right, now I'm gonna play what I wanted to play again and try to get into it. Here we go. Cool. So there's my soundscape, and you can look down here and see about where you are on the minutes. It's not bad, about a little over 2.5 minutes. Sorry for this stupid mic. Not sure why it's doing this. All right, where are we? So we built kind of a soundscape using multiple sounds and introduced, for those that never seen this before, Omnisphere has the ability to stack sounds. So you can see we stacked 2 different sounds, 2 different packs. And you have the effects for each one going, LFOs, etc. You can stack up to 8 different sounds, or 8 different presets, I should say, to create unique textures and sounds and then blend them how you want them. I'm thinking about a felt piano. This is one I like from Spitfire Audio. It's just their um like cheap $29 one. And I like all their $29 stuff, to be honest. For the price, you can't beat it. So I like to play free, and that's what I'm going to do, just kind of play over the top of what I'm hearing. So just rock with me, and then you'll see. I'm not worried about drums in this track, and if I do use drums, obviously it's going to be something really simple, more percussive like and simple. So very, what's the word you describe this? Is very, well, definitely cinematic, but um, not planned, just kind of free flow. And that's to me the best way to make this type of music because you don't get caught up in trying to make patterns as much as get caught up in the feeling of what you play. I actually had that short. I need to, yeah, so. Hey, what's up, Echo? Oh, I'm not Echo. I'm sorry, Chio. I gotta. Yeah. Sorry, I had the mic off because it's acting kind of weird today for some reason. You can hear that little staticky-ness going on. So haven't figured out why, and I didn't want to reset the stream just to do it. But so yeah, we started with here I can show you real quick. Everything's Omnisphere. So this is a Luthrum has a pack called 2275, and I'm using some of the texture soundscapes in there, and I'm just playing more free, very free, just whatever I feel. So this is kind of just what I feel, and then I'm using um using MIDI capture to capture it versus press and record. So as long as you're playing something on a track with the record arm on, you can get the use MIDI capture and just play and have fun. And then whatever you come up with, you just keep it. And that's kind of what I'm doing. It's a very free way of recording. What's up, hero? Good to see you. And then on the second track, like if I feel like I need to take a break, I'll take a break. I pick up another textural one called Suspended Structures. And I'm using that one, play for a little bit, then take a break. Then I grabbed this third one from the pads and strings, but I wanted to use another pack they have called Chronicles from the Stars. So I blend using multi. You can stack two different patterns or two different presets. You can stack up to 8 of them, and you can stack them and spread them across the keyboard how you want. But I'm just blending them together. And when you blend them together, these are your mixer to adjust them. Here's the two different sounds with all their pieces together to make that one sound. And then I have MPE mode on so that I can play more free and get stuff like, for instance, here, let me show you. I have some bad weather here. Oh, wait, that's the piano. Hold on. So I'm using the Osmos keyboard, which is MPE after poly aftertouch. And obviously you can do multi-channel on it too. So I can hold down a note on one end of the keyboard, and on the other I can play free, which gives me a lot of expression that you don't get on a normal keyboard. You would have to do that separately. You would have to have one track where you hold down this one note, and then on the other side you would have to be stack a track on top of that. So with the Osmos, you can play more live like that, which is kind of a really good thing. So then I'm using a $29 Spitfire Audio felt piano, which sounds like, hold on, my mouse is connected with my iPad too, so I can go between the iPad and the MacBook. Osmos is a beast, especially if you like expressive play like guitars and violins and anything that you want to get real like expressive with. It's the best. But you can turn that off too and use just a classic keyboard and just play regular too. So I love being expressive in music. I think it's a big part of what I do. And now, oh, and then I added Valhalla's future verb onto it with a preset called Space Choir. Oh, it's under space. And then that I just put that over the piano just to give it a little variety of character or something. But anyway, and then I just picked up some bongos I had from, or not bongos, these are beans or something from, what is that? I may not even use these. It's like a bean pod sample from Cymatics. And so I was just messing to see if there's some type of percussive drum that I could put over it. I could use other stuff, but I was just trying this out. And then I'm throwing this Tom Wolf preset. This is Sound Toys bundle, right? Their effects rack. And they have a ton of effects in there. But then I also have Tom Wolf's effects. And he makes these cinematic drum preset. So I'm just messing around with them to see what I can come up with. So I'll go here, cinematic drums, and then that's a lot of distortion. If I could come up with a percussive rhythm. So one way I could do this quickly and not play if I don't want to play it is create a MIDI loop like that. And then go into rhythm, and you can create a variety of rhythms on any of these pods that you wish. So let's say I turn them on. Say I like this one. I can set the volume tone here. Set up how many splits I want in them. I can shift them around, accent certain ones, create density, different patterns, and different amounts of steps, and then I get these rhythms. And you could just generate until you find something you like. It's pretty simple. And you could do this for each pad if you wanted to. Shift the pad over a little bit. Personally, I like this song without this, so I'm probably going to get rid of it, but I was just trying it out because that's what I like to do, just explore and experiment. Yes, Osmos is a beast, I must admit. Just watching how you move is, yeah, that's why I like doing these lives are kind of fun. I can answer your questions easier and give you an answer pretty much right there on the spot if you want to know what I'm doing. You could use drum loops to do some crazy chopping, but this doesn't really fit the vibe. This is more hip hop. But you can still do some interesting stuff with it. I thought about creating a MIDI. Boom, drop it in. And then you could just go in there and start slicing. You could do transients by the beat, manual. I mean, these are just different ways of doing it. And then just start creating some interesting textures. And I would not sit here and play this. What I would do is do some random stuff because random is kind of where I find more interesting. So if you use the seed, you can throw in these, take your voices down to 1 and set the duration of how long you want it to be. I'm going to go with shorter because it's more percussive. Adjust the velocity range and the pitch. So I like stuff a little bit lower, so I'm going to go down here, extend the velocity range a little bit or less. We can put it right there. And now if you just start playing, and you can create the density more. And it will change the pitch. So see how I changed the pitch? And now you got these drums. Lock it in, boom. Then you want to get more exploratory. Start grabbing some effects. Cinematic. So now it's detuned with the micro shift. Yeah, those tools are great. And a lot of that's built into Ableton. You don't even have to buy all this extra stuff. Go grab Supermassive for free. Supermassive is free at Valhalla. Tom Wolf stuff. You have all these different presets. This is some new stuff they put out. I like the Valhalla with it without that. So now it's playing more randomly. You see it jumping around here on notes. I'm just putting some more reverb on it to give it some spacey sounds. Now, to me, without it, it takes me a different place, right? With it, it kind of makes me question it a little bit. So this song may not benefit from having this. I'm just trying out stuff to see. But it's a little too percussive for me now. It's starting to get to be more rhythmic, and I'm leaning towards more space, just openness. And if you throw drums in, it's gonna kill that. So you have to pick and choose sometimes. Like sometimes the song benefits from not having drums and bass, depending on where you go. Supermassive. Yeah. So by the way, these skins are not gonna look like this if you buy this plugin. This is not how um Ableton shows you. This is typically what they show you. So to get this, I did a video about it, but you have to go get it. It's called Elizabeth. It's on, well, it was on Gumroad. He now has his own website. Let me see if I can find it for you and show it to you so you can see it. ElizabethHomeland.com. Let me see. How do I make it where you could see this? Brave. Okay, you guys can see it. Elizabeth Homeland. So Max for Live. Looks like they're having a temporary shutdown on the website or something. Okay. Well, we can't look at it because it's some type of temporary shutdown. But anyway, they make all these wrappers. They call them wrappers, WRAPPER. And they basically allow you to see, one second. They allow you to see the plugin on the interface. So ElizabethHomeland.com, check that out when you get a chance. In the meantime, I'm going to close this window, cancel. Oh, let me put it back on live for you guys. There you go. All right. So that's what this is. So you can see them. They work for Sound Tools. They work for Valhalla stuff and a few other plugins. I think some of the Arturia effects stuff works too. I don't have them all. I only have the Valhalla and the Sound Toys. But it's nice if you just want to hurry up and make a quick adjustment down here. You don't have to open it up all the time. So anyway, this song to me feels complete where it needs to be. It takes me to a space, a reflective space, and it also can be built up on if I wanted it to. If you struggle with creating like this, Spacewalk is a great tool. I did not use it in this video, but this is on iOS as well as desktop, and it's a great tool to help you get chords and for ambient and like cinematic type stuff like this. It's an excellent app or plugin. For me, I want to play free, and that is more for creating a set of chords. Let me answer your questions. I'm sorry. Supermassive. Yeah, yeah. I think Elizabeth Homeland advertises on Isotonic. I believe so. Yeah, rappers. There you go. Yeah, meditative vibe. There you go. And I like that. I just bought an album from Gumroad from a lady that's a local artist here in the Bay Area, and she does crazy good cinematic music and performs live too. Um, Her name is, I don't know why I want to call her Sammy Freeman. Her last name is Freeman. I'm trying to remember the first name. But anyway, she's on Gumroad and she has this album she put out and it's called Spacewalk. And it's just really cool. But I also really enjoy Trig and Gusset, Trigg, and the other person's last name is Gusset, Gussett. And they do jazz ambient music, and it's kind of like detective and noir vibes all the way through. But anyway, their albums, I can listen to it from front to back. Very jazzy, very um, space kind of vibes too. They also make music for video games. So if you get a chance, check them out. But anyway, that's another highly for me like influence with regards to cinematic music and this type of vibe. So, but anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. I just wanted to get on and jam a little bit, do something. And by the way, if you're wondering, did I pick this tempo? The answer is technically yes and no. What I do is I just play free, and whatever the tempo it gives me is what I took. Yeah, definitely check them out. They're cool. And they're on some of their stuff is on Spotify if you use that. Some people prefer Bandcamp. That's where I put most of my music. Is on Bandcamp. You can check it out. Just look up my name, Be Jammin' Since Birth, and you can find it in there. But what I was going to say was if you just play an Ableton, it can sense what the tempo is for you. So you don't have to go in and create that tempo. You just play and let the tempo be what it is. It's more of a natural way of getting a tempo without time tapping in something or and I mean of course this depends on the type of music you're making, but I do this almost on everything. I just play what I want first and let that become whatever the tempo is. So anyway, just a unique way of playing. Harmony Bloom, if you guys haven't checked out Mario Nito's stuff, really good. This is especially good if you want kind of random, not really random, but sort of random generating of MIDI notes. Now, without that, you're still fine. You can do it in Ableton, select a section, On the MacBook is Shift Command M to create a MIDI clip. See? And then you can start using the rhythms or the seeds or the shapes or the Euclidean. Whichever one of these just makes you want to work with it and start putting in some random notes. And you can lock the scale. Let me show you on this one. Consolidate it. Well, this is me playing, but you can over here lock the scale. So I technically did not play in C major. I think this is like a Hungarian scale that I'm playing with. I could figure it out by sitting here and put it in different scales, but just for the sake of time, let's just set it for Hungarian minor. And you'll see that if you set it for this, let's say you didn't even know what you played, you could put everything into a scale. So I could do this, select them all, set the scale to Hungarian minor, which is right here. Then I'd pick maybe like G sharp. Let's just pick that. Right now, click on here, select all the notes, and then it's already scale locked. So if I hit fit to scale, it's going to shift and move everything into scale. Now, I'm not going to do that, but I just wanted to show you that. I want to leave them where I played it. I'm okay with it being out of scale because I really don't care about that right now. I'm creating a vibe, a mood, so being in scale doesn't matter. It just, as long as it fits what I like. So that's that. See if there's any more comments or questions. Capture is better than playing. Absolutely. I agree with you, Chio. If I'm saying your name wrong, apologies, but yeah, Chio. Um, I'm with you 100%, especially when it comes to creating what I would call mood music or cinematic, or you're playing to a feel of something versus playing to a click. I don't care about the click. In fact, I rarely turn it on, if at all. The only time I'm doing that is if I'm playing hip hop or something where I'm trying to be in scale and I'm trying to play, chord progressions and stuff and all that. But even if you want to, let's say you want to go to this one, I'm playing a chord on the Osmos. So you see how I can play chords and stuff. I'm not set to a scale. I'm not even playing to that scale. I'm just playing. Bending notes as I please. So there's a lot of freedom in that. But if you don't want to play free, then use something like Spacewalk or even Harmony Bloom, where you can lock in a scale or a certain thing and then you can play that way. So anyway, this is what I got for you guys today, just jamming out. We have a lot of rain where I'm at right now. So this is perfect for the vibes that I'm feeling. So appreciate everyone stopping by. Chio, appreciate you. Hero, you already know. And I'll see you guys on the second one or the next one up, whatever that may be. All right, I'm out.